I have always wanted to start a company. I was a high school math teacher for 5 years. I actually applied to SOM because I thought it might be a great opportunity to both meet amazing people and also be in an environment which is really well suited to gain the skills to actually start a company.
For me, I was a consultant for about 8 years before coming to SOM.
I think the type of person that is attracted to it ends up going to SOM is not just thinking about business as revenues and profits. It's also thinking more about kind of their place in society potentially, or their impact. So we are the founders of Hugo and Hoby, a full-service design and fabrication shop for custom furniture and what we call specialty millwork. Ben and I met at Yale School of Management back in 2014. Ben happened to sit down next to me, and I think one of the first things I said to you as like a joke was like, "Hey, do you want to start a business together?" And we're still at it. We had this vision that we were essentially going to be a kind of sustainable IKEA.
We were doing B2C and things were going relatively well. We actually started getting folks saying, "Hey, I have this restaurant, I need a bunch of tables. Do you guys do custom?"
We realized that what we had built was a business that was much better suited to solve this outstanding problem in the world of construction, to support your local manufacturing communities and get high quality design that is also sustainable.
There was a point where actually we had both our direct to consumer open, our website was open, and we were doing B2B sales, and that was a little bit crazy for a little bit. And little by little, we started to realize it's not actually a good idea to try to do two things really well. You really have to focus on one. And it was very clear that the B2B commercial side was doing much better. And so we slowly kind of turned down the online e-commerce sales, and we focused all of our energy on commercial sales, which we do entirely now.
So essentially, we work with architects, interior designers, big commercial brands to essentially make whatever it is they need for their commercial space. We've created something like 40,000 plus hours of local manufacturing labor along the East Coast. And so the idea is you get these beautiful pieces in really cool spaces for really cool customers, and you do it in a way that is building local community and also helping the environment thrive.
Living here in New Haven and having the business here has been an incredible advantage, honestly, for our company. A lot of the same people, the same professors, the same mentors that we had while we were students are still there. And so if you reach out to someone who went to SOM or an SOM professor, they always respond. And it's part of that kind of unstated contract that you're going to be part of a community while you're a student, but also afterwards. And so this summer we were really excited because we wanted to hire a student that really had a background in sustainability and actually working with B Corps or for a B Corp.
Ben and I were just talking about this morning. Living our values is something that happens within Hugo and Hoby, sometimes formally, quarterly, sitting down and really reflecting on what our values are and how we can both deepen our commitment to them and deepen our impact as a company. But also, it just happens all the time organically.
Because Yale has created a belief system and a value system around that, you see a lot of companies that are formed with that kind of mission-driven attitude. We've been really fortunate to work on some incredible projects kind of up and down the East Coast, really. Everything from all of the furniture in the new residential hall at Yale Law School, a bunch of Patagonia retail stores. We're currently working with Sam Adams on all their furniture for their new tap room up in Boston. Boston Consulting Group, their headquarters in Boston. HMS Host down in DC. A bunch of breweries, Flying Dog.
There's a long list.
It's a long list, yeah. So,
kind of people externally will remind you, or there'll be things that remind you, like, okay, we're successful. But to be honest, I think just every day you're focused on executing whatever your objectives are.
You just want a big sale, great, but the warehouse still needs to get swept, tables still need to get screwed in. There's someone just called and they need something kind of touched up or fixed, and a lot of times that's Fred and I, and it's super fun. Just get to learn a gazillion different things.
We're really at a point where we're really just trying to figure out how to continue to run successfully. That's a one foot after another type of situation where every day you just try to get a little bit better than the day before. And I think that's always been our strategy, and over time, it really makes a big difference. Just a little bit at a time is what gets you there.